All right, Miss Deja, we're going to do exactly what we did last time, and we're going to read this story that we have here. But before we start reading, I want to ask you a few questions about predicting. Okay, so when do you usually, or what clues do you use to help you predict in a story what's going to happen?
Well, I look at the cover and sometimes, I look at the back of the cover and look to see what might happen in the book.
Okay, so you use the cover. Do you use the pictures on the front too?
Yes.
What about this? What's that?
A title.
A title.
Yes, I use the title too.
Awesome. Well, sometimes, Deja, it's hard to predict when maybe there isn't a picture on the cover, or you might not be able to understand what the title is saying. So I have a few questions for you. Have you ever read a story where the author wrote in an unfamiliar style before? For example, have you read poetry, or maybe something that an author wrote in bullet points and it's kind of been hard for you to understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you think of an unfamiliar text, for example, like poetry, what's another text that you've read or a style of writing that you look at and you go, well, that looks funny. I've never seen that before. Can you think of one?
A book.
A book?
There's a library by my house that I go to and get books and that, and I bought it, and that's the book that I couldn't understand what the title was, but I read it carefully and now I know what the title was.
Okay, but at first, when you didn't know what the title was it hard for you to maybe guess what was going on or what was going to happen in the story?
Yeah.
See, and that's why it's really important to make sure that you understand or you're getting meaning from what you're reading. Have you ever had difficulty understanding information that's been provided to you as you read? So as you're reading a text and you come to something and you're confused, have you ever been confused? Or where it just doesn't make sense, you just can't comprehend it?
Yes.
You have. And what do you do to try and help you better understand it if you're stuck while you're reading? What do you try to do?
Well, I sound it out and I read it again to see what the word is.
Okay.
And
Which is a great strategy, reading it again, which we did that last activity. You did awesome at. That close activity was great. Okay, well, before we start reading, I have these sticky notes here, okay? And I want to tell you kind of what you have to do as you read. Have you ever used sticky notes as you read?
yes.
You have? Well, I have too, and I've learned in my class that I'm taking how important sticky notes are to mark in the text what you're thinking, whether it's a surprise, a question, something that you really didn't understand. You can mark it with a sticky note and go back to it as you read. So today with this story, as you come to a problem or a word that just doesn't make sense to you or you're just having difficulty with the text, I want you to simply take a sticky note and just mark the page like that. Okay? You're just going to mark the page and then you're going to continue reading. And then once we're all finished reading the story one time through, trying your very best, using all of your strategies, we're going to go back through and find the sticky notes and kind of analyze them and see why you had trouble, how it, maybe it made it difficult for you to predict what the rest of the story was going to be about. Okay? So try your very best. I'm going to give you these sticky notes. So whenever you find a problem or something that you don't understand in the story, I want you to just mark the page and then keep reading. All right, so start. Don't forget the title.
The Snow Angel.
Okay.
A duck of the Snow Angel.
Maybe it is. We'll have to find
The
out.
Snow Angel.
Okay.
It was a bright, crispy morning when a swirl of the wind woke Daisy. Mom, Sam, wake up. And she quit.
Good strategy. You mark it. If you see in what you're doing already, you go, that just doesn't sound right, right? That just doesn't sound right. So we're going to mark it. Good job. And then, yep, just continue reading.
It's Christmas and it's snowing. Yippee! Cheered Disney. Big Brother Sam dancing around the nest. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, little ones, said Mom. Give them each a gift. Oops, Disney squealed. Berries and nuts and Sam. Thanks, Mom. Saving their presents for later and mice rushed to play in the snow. Have fun, Mom called. I'll find some instruments.
And put a sticky note. Okay. There you go, and then just keep on reading.
Petting to make our nest crows, and then we'll have a special Christmas dinner.
It's a perfect story for the holidays, right? Christmas is soon.
Giddy, giggly, Daisy and Sam splashed and slide up the hill. Blue sparkled and blanketed the snow, but Daisy and Sam hardly noticed. High above was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Sunshine gleamed in its wings as the scout filled the sky. Sam watched Disney. It's an angel, a Christmas angel. But as the mice watched, wrestling an angel being a flutter and fall. Oh no, cried Daisy, rushing forward as it tumbled to the ground. Quickly, Sam gasped.
Okay.
With whiskers tumbling, with her mouth dropped over the snow. An angel was laying splatting.
What do you think? You can put a sticky note, yep, whenever you find that you're having trouble. Whether it's a word or just not understanding what that means, or you have a question, yep, put a sticky note.
And still its feathers, stone and ice and snow quickly scrambled up its wings. Oh, Sam, Disney cried. What if it's wonderful? I don't think it looks very well, Sam repeated. Then the snowy angel spoke. Little mouse, can you help me? It said, "My friend and I have flown 4 days from the land of ice and stared. But last night I lost them in a storm. Now I'm trying to hungry, try to hurry, and I don't know if I will ever see them again. Oh dear, we need to find food," said Daisy, "but everything is frozen."
Uh-oh.
"Not everything," said Sam. "Come on," and the mice raced off across the meadow. The snow was much deeper than the mice tried, crying or altered.
A sticky note. Good idea. All right.
Gifts from berries and nuts. They placed them on floor of the angels, washed as slowly it began to eat.
Wonder what's gonna happen. Gotta read to find out.
Daisy pushed snowflakes from the angel wings as it laid its head down to sleep. "Don't you think it will be all right?" she asked. "I hope so," said Sam. "I won't by the angel said. Until at last the snow stopped falling and sunset scried the sun. Then the angel opened its eyes.
Good. Ooh. It's beautiful.
When the sun rushed off, hooting, it spread its wings. "Thank you, little mouse," it said. "You have been very kind. I will never forget your help."
Good.
The mice grasped it as the angel, shining gold in its every light, scrolled up over their heads. "Merry Christmas," it called. "Wow," whispered Sam. Sleep is falling down. Daisy held up her paws. "Look," she cried, "it's snowing again." White flakes whispered around them, but as Sam raced out and caught one, he laughed in surprise. "Freeze!" shouted. The mouse grabbed armfuls of soft white feathers
Good.
and raced back home.
Okay, keep going.
Mom called Daisy. "We found the angel. it's given us a present. Mom looked out from the strong heat been using to line their nest. Goose feathers, the explained, exclaimed,
Good.
well, feel as if they're sleeping to clouds. Oh. Over Christmas dinner, Daisy and Sam told Mom all about their snow angel then happened and tried the family angel then happy to try the family snuggled up in a warm bed of feathers. Then it was the best Christmas ever, Daisy whispered to Sam. We did see a real angel, didn't we? I'm sure we did, said Sam, and as the different off to sleep. He saw the feathers shining in the darkness, twinkling like stars in the frosty winter sky.
Oh, end of the story. What'd you think?
It was good.
Yeah, there were pretty pictures, right? The illustrations were awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about what just happened in the story? I never read the story before and I wanted to know what it was about. Can you tell me kind of what happened?
Well, what happened was, well, in the beginning of the story, Sam was telling them to wake up because it was Christmas, and I think it was Dad or Mom that said Merry Christmas. And Mom, I gave them presents, and then they decided to walk, and then they saw